Another important contribution of Locke to political philosophy is his doctrine of natural rights. So, regarding that, Locke is an individualist. He holds that individual is everything and the state is merely a means throughout which certain ends are to be fulfilled. As Professor Van says, everything in Locke's system revolves around the individual. Everything is disposed so as to ensure the sovereignty of the individual. According to Locke, every individual has three natural rights: right to life, right to liberty, and right to property. Locke holds these rights as the inborn rights of man, which are not violable. So, according to Locke, the great and chief end of man's uniting into a commonwealth and putting themselves under command is the preservation of their rights and their property. The natural rights of the individuals must be protected by the state. If the state failed to protect their natural rights, the people have the right to overthrow it because its existence is justifiable only when it protects these rights. So, to Locke, the very idea is that the reason why men give up the state of nature for civil societies for the preservation of their lives, liberties, and estates, which call by the general names of property. Locke holds that the right to property is most important because all other natural rights are analogous to the right of private property. Even in the state of nature, man possesses natural rights, and for the protection of these rights, the state is created. So, Professor Dunning observes that the more distinctive contribution of Locke to political theory is the doctrine of natural rights. Locke says men possess the right to property in the state of nature. Hence, the creation of a civil society does not add anything to the contract in this respect. In fact, this right was brought by man from the natural state to the civil society or civil state. The state has to protect it and cannot deprive any individual of his property without obtaining his consent. He describes natural rights as indefensible or inviolable claims upon both society and government. It is the solemn duty of the state to preserve and protect the property and property rights of every member of the society up to the point where no harm was done to others. So Professor George Savain puts it in his own words: the life, liberty, and estate of one person can be limited only to make effective the equality valid claims of another person to the same right. So, regarding that, Locke says God, who has given the world to man in common has also given them reason to make use of it to the best advantage of life and convenience. The earth and all that is therein is given to men for the support and comfort of their being, and all the fruits it naturally produces and beast it feeds belong to the mankind in common, as they are produced by the spontaneous hand of nature, and nobody has originally a private dominion exclusive of the rest of the mankind in any of them, as they are those in their natural state. Whatsoever he removes out of the state that nature has provided and left it in, he has mixed his labor with and joined to it something that in his own and thereby makes in his own property. Locke further says, though the water running in the fountain be everyone's, yet who can doubt but that in the pitcher is his only who drew it out? This labor has taken it out of the hands of nature, where it was common and belonged equally to all her children, and has thereby appropriated to himself. This follows from this statement that originally all things provided by nature were not exclusively the possession of any person, but were the common possession of all. But whatever man produces by his labor working upon what nature has provided us becomes his personal property. So, according to Locke, the great and chief end of man's uniting into commonwealth and putting themselves under government is the preservation of their property. Thus, it can be concluded that the preservation of man's natural right was the principal aim of instituting a commonwealth or state. So, as we found from the very words of law, that the very social contract, or we could say the first contract that men reached with each other and to create a commonwealth or the civil society is aimed at for protection and preservation of natural rights, so that peace, goodwill would run in the civil society, as it was not found in the state of nature due to lack of goodwill and of lack of an organization. It was not found in the state of nature. So, to establish peace and goodwill and to end all difficulties and discomforts, man found in state of nature, so they all unite among themselves and reached a contract to form a commonwealth or a civil society by a social contract. And that very first social contract established the Commonwealth or the civil society, and the very purpose of establishing by uniting for establishment of the civil society or the commonwealth is the preservation of man's natural rights, such as the right to life, right to personal liberty, and right to property. And here we found that Locke has given more stress on preservation of the property. So, besides life, liberty, Locke emphasized on the question of personal property, and he laid more emphasis on the preservation of that particular natural right, because the very purpose of establishment and institution of the civil society or the commonwealth is only aimed to preserve and protect all the natural rights of man that they derived from the state of nature. So we have completed Locke's view regarding doctrine of natural rights, and our personal views on analyzing Locke's views on natural rights. So we have completed Locke's analysis of the doctrine of natural rights.